Swords clash. King Olaf stands above a burning Viking ship, enemies closing in. Norway's faith is about to change forever. The storm howls. Olaf grips his sword. Raiders leap onto the shore, shouting ancient Norse prayers. Suddenly, silence. Eirik, the skald's voice breaks through, chanting a warning from old Norse legends. A shadowy figure in a woolen cassock prays by the shoreline. It's Father Ansbert, unwelcome but unafraid. Olaf's eyes meet Father Ansbert's. Lightning flashes. Will he spare the priest or slay him? Tension crackles. Astrid drags a wounded child from the flames. She carries symbols of both gods, Thor's hammer and the cross. On-screen text, 995 AD, Norway. Olaf's destiny unfolds on these wild shores. A council gathers in the Great Hall. Torches flicker, faces tense. Faith and survival are at war. Eirik the Skald slams a rune on the table. Our gods demand blood, yet strangers preach peace. Father Ansbert lifts his Bible. A new faith brings hope, if your king dares accept it. Olaf hesitates. Astrid's voice trembles. What of us? Women caught between two worlds, old and new gods? Olaf paces the hall. His golden braid sways. He remembers ancient prophecies etched into stone. On the cliff at dawn, Olaf gazes at churning sea. Will he risk war for a new faith? Father Ansbert walks with Olaf. He speaks of secret Christian kings, Roman emperors, and forbidden hope. Eirik spins a tale by firelight, of ravens, blood, and Thor's judgment for those who betray tradition. Astrid remembers her mother's warning. Change can bring hope or destruction. Her pendant shakes. On-screen text. Christianity is forbidden here. Conversion means death, or a king's defiance. A night council. Olaf's most loyal warrior urges him to reject the foreign god, or lose his throne. Father Ansbert kneels in prayer, surrounded by angry villagers. Stones fly. They demand the old ways. Astrid shields Father Ansbert. Let him live! I've dreamed of both gods. Let the king decide. King Olaf steps into firelight, voice thunderous. Faith will not be decided by blood tonight. Eirik's song echoes. The gods are watching. Betray them, and the fjords will burn. Fear grips the crowd. Father Ansbert whispers to Astrid. Even the bravest must choose. A sword or forgiveness. On-screen text. Olaf once pledged vengeance for kin killed by Christians. Can he forgive now? The longhouse shakes. Angry men argue. Division tears. Families and friends apart over faith. Astrid and Eirik confer by moonlight. If change comes, let it not bring ruin, she whispers. Father Ansbert dreams of Roman catacombs, hidden Christians, lions, and hope in the dark. At dawn, Olaf appears before the tribe. His armor shines with both Christian and Norse emblems. He raises his sword skyward. I seek peace for Norway, not endless war. But peace has a price. A challenger shouts, battle for the soul of Norway must be fought, not spoken. Steel rings. Olaf and the challenger duel on dewy grass, blades flashing. Eirik's voice rises above the clash. Old gods or new, who truly leads Norway now? Astrid steadies trembling children. A king's faith shapes the land and our lives. The duel ends. Olaf stands victorious, but his sword is stained with blood from both faiths. On-screen text. Olaf's choice is made public, but hearts remain divided. What will happen next? Rain crashes down as King Olaf waits in silence, his crown heavy and eyes fixed on the shattered altar. New faith and old gods clash inside him. Father Ansbert prays over the ruins, murmuring words in Latin as sparks fall from the smoky rafters. Suddenly, Olaf's guards drag in a captured raider. Blood drips onto ancient stone. The hall gasps. Astrid hesitates. Her gaze sweeps from Father Ansbert to the Viking prisoners. Loyalty pulls her both ways. Eirik the Skald steps forward, voice booming with fury, demanding justice for the old gods betrayed. Olaf slams his sword into the ground, demanding silence. The hall's torches gutter in the sudden hush. A moment later, thunder shakes the walls. Everyone flinches. Some call it a sign from Thor. Father Ansbert stands, voice steady, and offers forgiveness to the raider. Shock spreads. Mercy is rare here. Olaf paces, torn between vengeance and a new path. He remembers blood spilled in his name. Astrid pleads, "Norway's children bleed for old wounds." Olaf freezes, haunted by her words. Lightning flashes as Olaf stands over the shattered altar, torn between vengeance and forgiveness. Smoke swirls in the rain-soaked hall. Olaf's sword drips with rainwater as he faces the crowd. Lightning reveals faces watching, divided between fear and hope. Father Ansbert kneels before the altar's ruins, whispering prayers in Latin. Olaf clutches both his hammer pendant and cross. Eirik the Skald steps forward, voice thundering. "The gods demand blood." He brandishes a raven-feathered cap before the people. Astrid stands between Eirik and Olaf, arms outstretched, voice trembling as she pleads for peace, her pendant glimmering. The captured raider is brought to his knees. Blood stains his tunic. The crowd shouts for justice or mercy. Olaf hesitates. Father Ansbert steps forward, offers the raider forgiveness if he chooses the cross. Gasps echo in the silence. Olaf's hands tremble. Flashbacks of violence, fire, and loss torment him. He drops his sword to the ground. Steel rings. Eirik draws runes from his pouch, declaring, "The old ways die if you bow now." The crowd murmurs, torn between tradition and change. Astrid quietly slips to Olaf's side, whispering, "Choose hope. Norway bleeds from old and new wounds." He nods, resolve returning.